Whoa. So, yo, it's a whole lot of shit going on. A whole lot of dark shit going on too. It's a coincidence that we losing all the OGs and shit. So it's like, damn, is there some kind of dark shit or like a dark spell on all the OGs at the moment? Because there's a whole lot of dark shit going on. Feel me? Rest up to Black Rob. Feel me? There's a whole lot of shit going on. We gotta really get down to the bottom of this. There's a whole lot of fishiness going on too. Feel me? And especially times like this, we do not need to be in the hospital during this time. We do not need to be going to a doctor during this time. We need to be working on ourselves. We need to be taking care of ourselves and our health. Feel me? We don't need a DMX situation. Feel me? May his soul rise above. May Black Rob's soul rise above. But we got to be very careful. We got to be really, very, very, very careful during this time. They already took out another. They already took out another brother in the hospital recently. So that goes to show that there's a whole lot of things like these viruses and these diseases that you get diagnosed with. They all get put in through you this way. Feel me? That's the only way it gets inside of you, and that's the only way they can control you, kill you, and destroy you and slaughter you. Now I ain't saying he was sacrificed, but it's just, don't you find it very strange that he put out that video about DMX being in the hospital, that all of a sudden the quote unquote people that did business with him, as far as like, the people like Diddy and his other peoples, you started to see them making videos saying that they're gonna reach out to him. But it's you find it very strange that this situation happened. Now this, like, then a couple of weeks come. Now we got Black Rob gone right after DMX passed. So that goes to show that they really got it out for all the OG legends, and this is gonna basically be happening on a day-to-day basis. Especially, what had happened was it was a new moon when DMX had passed away. So with the new moon, these are ideas and feelings and emotions that's being admitted out there in the universe. So what they do, they take this energy and they create it, and they can basically utilize this energy for future references. Now we talking about the dark society that people are in, that people are dealing with. Feel me? Because he had kidney issues, and dealing with kidney issues, you got to be very careful and do things in moderation, especially with the certain foods you eat, certain foods that you put in your body. Now I ain't saying you can't eat. You just have to do things in moderation. We can't get lost into the foods we eat, the drinks that we drink, the liquor, the beer, and things of that nature. We got to be very careful what we put in our body during this time, because I'm telling you, you just can't be taking chances or risks like that. Feel me? And I'm pretty sure it's way more than just the whole kidney scenario. It got to be way more to the story. Has to be way more to the story, because you can't really trust any hospital at the moment. Like, you just can't trust them at the moment. They don't even know what's going on. And of course, when you go to hospitals, they give you this, they come up with this problem, that problem, that problem. They give you all these things that can clearly, quote unquote, that they say can help. But all it does is create more issues, to the point that you have to keep going back to them, back to them, back to them. And you don't want to put yourself in the position of going back to hospitals on a day-to-day basis. You have to be your own doctor. You have to take care of yourself. Feel me? Especially in these times we're in, you have to take care of yourself. It's really vitally important to take care of yourself. You cannot be putting yourself in situations of being used or being misguided by what they're telling you in the hospital. 'Cause you just can't do that. Like, what cure did any doctor come up with that cured you in the hospital globally? As to say this, what doctor cured any issues in the whole world? Now, we could put this to the side. You have Dr. Sebi. He did his thing. He had his own revenue as far as how he healed people. They didn't like that. Who was they? The pharmaceutical, the people that basically inject your food with poison, people that just harm you, people that's here to depopulate you. And of course, everything is free will. Do things in moderation, you won't have these underlying issues. But this goes down deep to the point that all these scenarios that took place and all these issues and all the fights that he was dealing with, because they say in the video that he basically beat that. He beat the issue. He beat the circumstance situation. Of course, he fight through it. He fought through it. And he overcame it. Now, all of a sudden, dies at 51. Something's very strange. And these things is not adding up at all. At all. There's some behind the scenes shit that's going on too. So you have to be very careful. And also, nowadays, when you go to the hospital, you can't even like visit your peoples. So it's like you don't know what the fuck they doing behind the scenes. You don't know how they treating you. You don't know what they getting you. You don't know what they put in your body. You have to be very high alerted for real. That's why it's very important to stay out them damn hospitals. Because what's going on right now, these doctors are being controlled. From the beginning they walked in, they was being controlled, manipulated, and programmed to do shit that they have no idea of. Then you want to hear about, oh, conspiracy this, conspiracy that. There ain't no fucking conspiracy. What fucking doctor do you know cured any illness in this whole lifetime? None. Despite the outsiders. Now you got a motherfucker that's ready to put technology inside you and control you. Be very careful. And may Black Rob rise above. We don't want to come back down here. We don't want to put his space, his location in the negative vortex. We want to make sure he's ascending. We want to make sure he's rising above. We want to make sure he's not coming back here. A lot of people are going to be reacting and responding to a negative, sad, low vibrational, energetic form. You don't need that shit. We need upliftment. We need good prosperity. Because the thing is, leaving this body, whatever's on your heart and your mind, whatever, how you feeling, up or down, that's where you're going and that's where you're coming back here to this world. That's why it's always important to leave this world with no regret. Leave this world in peace, where you don't have to worry about negativity. You don't have to hang on to things. You just got to be free. Let your spirit, let your soul be free. Fly up freely. You don't want to be having too much shit on your body. You want this shit to basically be free. You want to just rise out of here free. And Black Rob is not dead because the spirit and the soul never dies. But the body regenerates. Energy is never destroyed. It can only be reciprocated. So let that man rise. Let us rise. And be careful. And stay away from those doctors. Because they are not here to help you. I love y'all.